if it was illegal to say stupid things into a microphone.
Why must you be so stupid?
These guys would be doing life without parole.
Hey, everybody, we're back from prison.
Why do we keep encouraging this kind of behavior? It's the Breaking the Ice podcast with Josh Dolan.
You know, we could, go to jail for this.
Along with Mike Shue and Isaiah Moskahana Mana Blitz Boskowitz, whatever the hell his name is.
Shue and Bobbery.
Oh my God!
I can't hear. Oh, there we are.
You got that?
Oh,
What's up?
I think I'm being.
Oh, and they have two mics.
Probably. We're in we're in the dining room. It's all friggin' glass and hardwood.
Excuse me.
Oh,
You
here
said
it is.
hardwood right out of the gate. Hardwood, huh?
Oh boy.
And also, I know on camera, it looks like they're further apart than they really are. They're really on each other's laps.
I know. We're basically sitting on each other's laps. Yeah.
Getting closer. Rest your heads
Hold
against.
on.
Wait a minute. Wait, don't do that.
No,
Hey,
don't
let
do
me turn my camera like this and not be rude like Isaiah and have it. There you go.
How's that? I like to be different.
All right, You are different. Am I still choppy?
No, you still look pretty pretentious on the beach. You're all good.
Yeah, you look like a
Right?
total you look like a Bilzerian in a very rare moment without 4 chicks hanging off his dick.
Hey, listen,
Wow.
one week a year, I like to go full Kennedy. So
Full Kennedy.
Oh, really?
Do you kill- do you
You're
kill
gonna drive a
girls?
car off a bridge and kill someone?
Chappaquiddick
no,
much?
I'm too far north for that. They have fences up here.
Or
I
you
feel
in
like they
Maine?
had a place in Maine. He's in Wells, Maine.
Oh,
Yeah, speaking of
Aren't you, aren't you-
white privilege, there's George Bush Senior's house right there in
oh, that's
Kennebunk.
right. You're right up near Kennebunk there.
I don't think
I
he's
am.
home.
Oh, he's not home? I was going to go see him tomorrow.
Nah.
How's Barb looking these days?
Ooh.
That's
Just
bad.
as good as her husband.
I don't mean
Should
to
we cut all
disrespect
this
Barb.
out?
We just take the racist cock and blast it through this whole thing.
Oh, I don't have
Right?
the racist cock.
Get the fucking thing.
Yeah, hold on. I'll be right back. Sorry.
Hold on.
Kevin, you distracted him.
Josh, what's the name of that seafood place that's really popular? It's on kind of a curvy road, right?
In Wells?
Yeah, the Bushes ate there. There's pictures like the Clintons there. And all these
Oh, there's a
people.
big clam bake.
Oh,
It's a clam bake.
It's got a two-word name, like Krabby
It's either-
John.
Billy's
John's.
Billy's
Yeah,
Chowder House?
What is it?
Billy's Chowder House, maybe?
You're
or
making that
Mike's-
up.
I was
Shut
thinking
the
it had the
fuck
word
up.
crab.
Karen's
The crab or
crabs.
something or
There's,
Clinton's crab. Is that it?
Hey, do me a favor. Talk into your mic for a second, Kevin.
This one is not. I think I'm being picked up on his because this is his mic,
Oh,
that
yeah,
works.
there we
That
go.
was. Is that one on? Is the other one even on?
and this is my mic.
Hey, Mike, can you
Let me
turn
see.
I
his
know the
mic on?
main diner might be where they ate. Main diner?
No,
There you
It
go.
had- Ogden's?
Hey, hello.
Hello.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
much
Ooh,
better.
hey.
We'll be right
Wow.
back.
I think you're talking about. It's on Route 1A. I think you're talking about the big clam bake that's just
No, no,
down
no,
the
this
street
is-
from their house.
This is like in an area where you have to walk because everything's close together. It's
Yeah,
on a
okay.
road, but the road curves around. There's no parking in front, and out back is a dock. And
Yeah, I that sounds like Billy's.
Billy's. That's probably it.
Isn't
Josh
there
doesn't
something
get
called
it.
isn't there something called the Dockside or something like that? Or am I
That's
thinking of
probably
that place in Malden?
Yes, I was just there,
Dockside?
man. They
Yeah, was
fucking
that
closed.
Malden or where is Melrose or one of those?
No,
The-
Malden.
Was it
Downtown
Malden or
the
Melrose?
Dockside.
That's a
Malden.
good spot. That was a good spot. I haven't been there in
Well,
years, but I had
The
some
one,
good times.
the one in downtown is still open during the COVID thing. They closed the one. There were two in Malden. There was one down the street from our place, and they closed that about a year ago. And the one in downtown's probably. I mean, no fucking bars open until there's a fucking virus
Right.
cure, right? So we're
Right.
fucked.
Yeah,
So we bring our own bar. Hold on.
that's right.
Hold on.
Right.
My bar
Oh, look at
is
that.
open.
Nice.
Oh,
I gotta say,
God,
this is one
you
of
gotta-
the best beers I've ever had in my life. It's from Urban Artifact. It's called Key Punch. It's made with fresh limes. That's the brewer's mother. It's a depiction of her actually squeezing the fresh lime juice. It is one of the best fruit flavored beers I've ever had in my life. And it
Wait,
comes from that.
really?
It comes from that tropical fantasy land called Cincinnati.
Wow.
It's really good.
Is
I
that a
highly
real
suggest
place?
Yes,
Cincinnati?
it is. It's not just from a TV show.
Wait a second. Is that a woman squeezing something on a can? Is that going to get cancel cultured?
They're limes. They're limes.
No,
Are you sure?
yeah,
Are you
they're
sure?
limes.
Because listen, Aunt Jemima
Who
got
knows
kicked
anymore?
off.
Do we gotta edit that out too? I don't know.
No, we don't.
No, is this the show?
Yeah, we're just.
It is.
This is
Yeah.
all we do.
As we go along, you know.
I got you.
I think we gotta start doing a disclaimer at the beginning for our guests where we're like, oh, by the way, we don't do intros. Once
Yeah,
we
that's
log
right.
on, we're on.
Right.
Oh, that guy. That's Kevin Barbary. He worked at WAF forever.
For a long time, he was a huge part of the Hillman Morning Show. Did all the voices, wrote a ton of comedy, produced a ton of comedy.
Yeah.
If you
Thanks
ever
for
heard,
coming on.
one of your best things ever was the whole Mantown series, in
Oh,
my
yeah.
opinion. And he
Yeah.
did. It was John Wayne, Jack Palance, and Clint Eastwood,
Yeah.
and they were in Mantown and in one of their basements.
Yep.
And they got into trouble every week, and it was one of the funniest, best produced things I've ever heard on the radio.
And then we ended up adding the neighbor who was Dick Manley or something.
Oh,
and it
right,
was
Dick
Christopher
Manley.
Walken.
Yes,
Dick Manley.
His lawn was always nicer than Greg's. Right.
Right.
Yeah, that's right.
My Morgan night.
So, and he's just what are you doing now? Actually, you're
He's
just
in
doing
your fucking
voicework and
living room.
stuff?
Anytime you hear Morgan Freeman, that's what Kevin Barbary's doing.
That's actually Kevin Barbary. Morgan Freeman doesn't even do voiceovers.
He doesn't even do it anymore.
No.
Yeah. So I have a.
He
I
hasn't
have
been
a studio
alive
at
in
home.
years.
I do. Yeah. Yes. He's been dead for years. I do voiceovers from my house. I do everything from children's apps or video games to documentaries and all that kind of stuff. And then I, play music when I get bored. And
Mhm.
but podcasts would be good. A comedy. I can always produce and write comedy from home. I just haven't really done it. Have a new baby and
Yeah, congratulations.
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
Congratulations.
Almost 5 months.
yeah, March 11th. Ding.
Is Adeline? Is that how you say it?
Adeline. That's correct.
Adeline, yes, beautiful young baby girl, and congrats on that.
Thank you. So it's it's been fun. I mean, I was already working from home when all of this kind of started. The only thing I really lost business wise was I was working, 3 nights a week doing trivia for a company, and all that got shut
Oh,
down
right.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I feel bad because the guy who started the company, he worked for the Worcester Business Journal, and he gave his notice 2 weeks before all of this started because he was making so much money in the running the trivia business.
Fuck.
And then all this went down, and he kind of lost all of it for at least for a while. I mean, if you've been out anywhere, you've seen. I think they could probably do trivia with some of the stuff they're getting away with now.
Right.
Yeah, they just can't have they have to be 6 feet apart, and instead of groups of 6, it has to be 3, I would imagine, or
yeah.
something like that.
Something like that.
And you have to bring your own backpack of fucking beer.
Yeah, that's
Right.
Easy
stuff like
shit.
that.
We've been out to a couple of places to try to, just to see, peek into it. It's fucked up and different, no question. I'm not sure if you've spent the physical bars themselves anyway here in Massachusetts can't be open until there's a fucking cure. I mean, so those places, I'm sad that a lot of these places that are trying, how the fuck are they going to make it unless they charge you $700 for the sandwich?
Well, I think all the places that I was going at least already kind of had some type of food, even if it was minimal, and
Right.
they were able to skirt under that little law. I think
Do the takeout.
luckily starting to let people in coincided with nice weather so that you were able to have people sitting outside. So there was plenty of room for not getting rained on and people
Right.
to make money. But I haven't really, I've noticed a difference, but I think I've just gotten so used to not being able to just go out whenever you want anymore.
Right.
It's not as noticeable.
You know what's noticeable is the amount of money I've been able to save by not going out and getting shit.
I know.
at my
Isn't it
favorite
weird?
bar. Yeah, it's like, wow, I've got all this money. How did this I'm drinking like less than half of what I'm usually drinking.
Well,
And
is that
also
true?
more money is coming in from the government, so it's real hard to not
Yeah,
be
that
pro
helps, too.
Corona.
I always thought you were a home drinker. More than
Yes.
that.
Yes.
No, I also am a home drinker.
Yeah.
And then I go to the bar and I drink. I come home and I drink some more. So
Yeah,
but
my,
not-
but my
also a
credit card
home
bill is
drinker?
it's. You're what?
It's what?
I said my credit card bill is fucking liquor store, grocery store, liquor store, grocery store,
Mhm.
liquor store.
Well,
I
that's
haven't
because you have an
spent less.
issue.
Yeah.
Hey! I have a bar at the show.
I don't know what that is you have in the bucket, but they should be paying for a sponsorship.
I fucking
we're
think
trying.
so.
Believe me,
I think
we're
that
trying.
I think that Sam Adams should sponsor the show.
Yeah.
Me and Isaiah have personally kept Sam Adams afloat since March.
Oh wow.
We
Josh,
it
looks like you're on a hoverboard or something. You're just constantly.
He's got to keep moving
around and moving. Like, are you?
I'm trying to avoid people because I know I'm going to say something.
Why don't you have a mask on?
Yeah,
I saw my wife and my in-laws go inside, so I just came back up on the deck. But
Yeah, you're up.
You should go out and get some of those old people in the background. Get them on the
Do
podcast.
it.
You go,
Down
hey, what do you think about
They're not going to want to get close enough to you to be picked up on your little
No,
fancy
that's true. Yeah.
iPod.
No, yeah.
You couldn't sit at home like the rest of us.
Here, put your face in my neck and talk. Yeah, I don't think so.
Start yelling racist cock and see what happens.
Oh yeah, the racist cock.
No.
Racist cock is here. There he
Got to
is.
explain that to Barbary what that is. We have this so we can just edit out stupid shit.
Anytime something I think racist comes
I gotta
in,
keep
racist
moving.
cock comes in. And
Who is that? Who is that behind you, Josh?
my wife. It's my wife.
Oh,
My
she
wife.
was no part of you.
Yes.
No.
She hates
Don't.
this podcast.
No.
She just came out and started painting her nails.
She wishes we were all dead.
When Shu was talking about, it's okay if I call you Shu, right? Or do I call you Mike? I just always called you Shu.
I want you to call me Dick Monument. That's my
Dick
new
fuck.
radio name.
So, Mr.
How long have you guys known each other? You haven't gone over this.
He was talking about when I was at WAF and we used to do the Mantown bits and everything, and I get tons of requests all the time to like post some of the comedy that we used to do on the show.
Oh yeah,
and I have it all. I mean, I have everything archived, all the bits and everything. I listen to some of this stuff, and I'm actually afraid to post it because we could never do a lot of the stuff that we used to do back then now because the hypersensitivity and I mean, there was a time when we weren't really a corporately owned business. We were a little bit looser with just being able to say, hey, tomorrow let's go down to Bickford's and do a show.
That's because we were run by Bruce Mittman.
Right.
But there was also a time. There was also a time when jokes were jokes and people weren't so
offended.
Like if you weren't offended, you weren't winning. And
What was
so
that, Josh?
exactly, and nothing.
Racist cock.
Get him out of here.
Well, you two would appreciate this. I just saw Spaz today. So Spaz, I hired his business, Take Junk, and we literally had the same conversation because he's like, how are things going? He goes, I've seen the podcast. It's great. He goes, anything going on in the radio world? I said, unfortunately, fucking not overall. And I said, imagine if when you guys all started what you started in Worcester and when Spaz came on, you guys imagine doing, like you just said, Kevin, some of the shit you did then, you'd go the fuck to cancel culture jail today in 1 second.
Like
and somebody would destroy your reputation.
I wonder if, like, even posting stuff now, people knowing that it isn't recent,
Right.
would
They'll
it
freak
even
out.
make a difference? I mean, we did things like instead of Transformers, we had Tranny-formers, and it was LB being picked up by a woman at a bar, and the woman was a man, and his name was Pre-Optimus Prime.
Isn't that based loosely on fact?
Correct.
Yeah.
It is based on fact.
Right. So it's editorial. It's like news.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
Somebody would lose their fucking shit.
absolutely. Right now, we would be considered like it would be considered.
Dude, look at what happened to fucking our sister station, WEEI. Now, Kirk Minahan, a bit rough around the edges, but him and Jerry made some comment about a transgender, and the guy, the father, went to fucking town for 2 years burying the station, calling the advertisers, making it his life's mission to try to shut that thing off. Wow. Calm down.
But also, people don't care anymore when the joke.
His fucking internet sounds like yours.
Yeah, that's Zoom. That's why I hate Zoom, because at times it makes you sound
There
like
was
sloth.
times. Oh no!
Josh.
Oh, am I in the Goonies right now?
Josh's face was frozen when he was taking a dump on the beach for like 45 seconds. It was like,
oh yeah.
Was Josh taking a shit on?
How
Wells
about now?
Beach? Now you sound great. Now
Was I
that's
better
the
down on the
fucking
sand? Should I go back
No,
down
I like
on
it
the
when you're
sand?
by fucking grandma's fucking
Yeah,
blouse.
go back by
behind
the
you.
laundry. Go back by the laundry. You sound good.
You want
There
a
you go.
avocado towel? Keeping it
You're going
healthy.
to fucking jail. You're going to jail.
No, but Kevin, you're right, because I was actually talking I was talking to the Condon Brothers, Josh. I do this other podcast about Neil Young with them, and they grew up with Josh, and they grew up listening to AF, and they grew up listening to the morning show and the Mantown Girls.
Nice.
And think about the things that we would ask them and we didn't really make them do. we asked them to do certain things on the air.
Yes.
And they would do them, but we would ask
Encouraged.
Yeah, and we would ask
Strongly encouraged.
You know, it was the whole what it was, a busted ravioli, Ziploc bag,
hot dog down the Mass Pike.
Yeah, you know, spelunking, which I'm very proud.
Some of the code words I still don't know.
I think I came up with that. I'm very proud. That was my one contribution to the Hillman Morning Show.
Hey, you got in there, man. You got in there.
You know, but I think about that and like, yeah, why don't you kiss? You know, I remember we asking girls just to make out on the air and you're, you know, and it's like, you know, what are you wearing for panties and, you know, that whole deal. And it's like,
that's gone.
You can't do that. But you know what? I bet if it was women asking men now, you could totally get away with that, right?
Yeah, we're the victims.
Yeah.
Us too.
I mean, that's okay, right? If
Us too instead of me too. Yes.
You know? Yeah, exactly.
Men too. Not me too. Men too.
I totally back that.
Kevin, we have a tendency to say things, or people say things on this show, and then some fuck takes it out of proportion, and then that's how it goes spinning off into outer space. So if we can do something, Josh, where these 4 guys say "fuck me too," it's us too. Push that out there and see what happens. No?
Right?
Nobody?
Don't do
right
that,
about that, Loudwire.
I can't afford the lawyer.
Well, I think with podcasts, you can get, obviously you'd never be able to do the kind of stuff we used to do on the radio, the radio. But with podcasts, there's a lot more.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've ever seen, prime example, Nick DiPaolo.
Right.
His stand-up comedy or his show. He does not give a fuck.
No.
And,
he says things I wouldn't say in a closet by myself.
Correct. Luckily, you're not in the closet.
Yeah, not that
right.
But yeah, I mean, we do have sponsors though. I mean,
dude,
Garage Doors Plus. We have Boston Exterior Remodeling. We have Wolfpack Coffee, and then we have the folks who made our website, which is BreakingTheIcePodcast.com. Invoke Media. Now, I'm sure, you know, we're susceptible to anything like it would be on terrestrial radio, where if we said something and one of our sponsors didn't like it, you know, they would pull their sponsorship or whatever.
They're pretty fucking cool though, because we've matched up sponsors with the content, which how radio used to be. Nobody would have had, I mean, AAF would attract, you know, an advertiser that gets the blue collar, I'm fucking around, the Mantown thing is funny, not fucking, 1-800-Flowers doesn't like your content. Then don't fucking advertise with us.
And Chris,
seriously,
Chris over at Garage Doors Plus is the guy who Isaiah just talked about. You know, he's the guy that's been a listener most of his life. He gets, you know, he knows that we're not serious about anything.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Enough that we were never really serious.
He gets that jokes are jokes.
He knows it's all in good fun.
Right.
It's just like the garage door business, ups and downs.
Oh,
no. Here's a little promo for Garage Doors Plus, everybody.
That's right.
But I mean, look, even somebody like Nicole at Invoke Media, you know, she did our website, and she wasn't even an AAF fan, but she knew the stuff that I did, and she knew that I was friends with these guys. And when we did the first one, she called me up. She's like, "I will do whatever. That's fucking great. You guys just are real. You just are on there saying whatever. I'll make your website." And the website actually makes us look like we kind of know what we're doing. But she's a woman. She hears all the shit we do, and she's like, "It's funny. It's a joke."
What does the fact that she's a woman have to do with it?
Just throwing it out there. So me too.
You know what?
She's all fucking weird.
And she's a woman, and you know
it's crazy because she's a broad. She's a broad, and she gets it.
Wait. Why don't we just chuck in? She's a black broad.
Oh God!
Oh,
you know
wow!
What? Okay. Oh,
Isaiah,
yeah, right? You know
racist cock.
Now I got to do editing.
Hey,
I'm getting some looks on the beat. I'm going to be asked to leave the state.
First of all, how is Josh able to afford to be on vacation right now?
I know.
Right?
I'm not paying for it. That's how.
Oh!
He's not staying in any of those houses you see behind him. Over there where
I'm staying in.
Where is it? I'm staying in. Out of empty milk jugs. He's like sleeping.
Again, I'm not paying for it. A cop is paying for it. My father-in-law.
No.
Let's cut that one out.
No, don't. Leave it in there. This is the same father-in-law that doesn't know he's had.
Stop it.
Never mind. Hey, Josh is staying at the pump and dump on Route 1 in Wells. Let's be fucking serious.
Right, behind the dumpster. Right. It's cozy back there.
In the dumpster.
Except the only problem is it's summer and it smells a little stronger than it would in the fall.
We have a community service employee right here. Should we interview him?
Yes, go. Go right up. Go touch them. Go. Just run. Just charge at them. Go.
6 feet away.
Yes.
Do it.
Ask him.
Yes.
Yeah, go.
Okay.
You can see us, right? You'll be able to hold the
Can
phone.
you
where he
see
can
me
see us.
doing
He's
this?
under
Look
his
like
ear,
I'm
no?
a fucking pigeon.
Hold on.
Wow.
What are we asking him about?
Oh my God! This is why your radio show
What the
show
water
would have been
temp-
awful.
Shut up. Hold on. Hey, excuse
Kevin,
me.
they were-
Do you want to be on the radio?
No,
We're not
What's
on the
the
radio.
radio.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Maybe.
He's going to sue us.
Is that Josh's
I can
elbow
believe
or
it.
baby arm or his cock?
Don't worry about it. All right.
Don't touch
Don't worry
me!
about it.
Now he's apologizing.
He
Did you
said
tell
no.
him
he-
he
Let me
was-
plug it in. I can't hear you guys.
Dude, Kevin, they were actually going to give him his own show. That would have been awful.
Yeah, Josh was going to be on 2 to 6 in the morning. That's a prime shift, man. That's good stuff. Come on.
You're a great.
Wait,
audience.
what's happening? You guys went mute when I unplugged this thing.
You know,
Why?
we
Because he said
didn't say
no. I
anything-
got to call and
no.
check.
No, we didn't say anything important.
I'm
we were just talking-
recording. I edit the fucking thing. Just tell me.
We were just talking about how good your radio show was going to be.
Shut the fuck up. You never say anything positive.
I do.
Oh,
I
Josh is
do.
after you.
Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh is getting lippy.
No. Hey, listen. I'm underwater right now. So
Okay. Hey,
Wow.
what, can we go on the whole cancel culture thing? Because I have some movies here.
Yep.
And Kevin Barber's one of he's got an encyclopedic knowledge of film and television and popular
Love it.
culture in general.
Are we
So
going to cancel movies right now on the show?
Yeah,
and
we're going to
TV
cancel
shows?
these. Well, we're going to see
Yeah.
if these movies were able to come out today. All right. So
Done.
we're going to start with this one right here. This is one of the most beautifully filmed movies I've ever seen in my life. If you have ever been to New York City, it is a love letter to New York City. It shows New York City in one of the most beautiful lights ever. It's done in black and white. It's a classic. I used to really love this director, and I have different thoughts about him now.
Schindler's List.
Oh, Jesus.
No.
God, no Jews on
that
the
was
show.
New Jersey.
No.
That
All
was
right,
New
Moskowitz,
Jersey.
quiet down over there.
Sorry.
It's Manhattan from Woody Allen. I don't know if
Oh,
you
I
guys
think-
have ever seen this. Just a beautiful, beautiful movie.
Yes.
What's that
gorgeous.
clapping? Is that the peanut gallery?
Great writing, great acting.
Mhm.
The only problem is a very, very young Mariel Hemingway is in this movie playing Woody Allen's girlfriend, who
Okay.
in the movie, her character is 17 and still in high school. He is what, 43? Supposed to be 43 in this movie, I think.
So that's right in his wheelhouse then, right?
And
Right, that's normal.
They even make jokes about her having to go home and get her homework done while they're in bed together.
Oh. I mean, that's kind of
Isn't
like.
it fucking sad? That's real, but everything's gonna be like, some pussy's
That was-
gonna get mad.
That was
But then
70.
is it wrong when you do Cher and Frankie Muniz and Stuck on You? Or is that just funny?
That's kind of like that's more like cartoonish. That's like obviously comedy.
Right.
Where in this, while Woody Allen's known as a comedic director, come on,
Yeah.
man. This
Right.
is a little more serious.
This is
No,
like
it's-
a
yeah.
premonition of things to come.
Yeah, it was actually an admittance to guilt. Pretty
So
much.
it's like
This is
Chris
what I'm doing.
D'Elia being his character in You.
right. Yes, exactly.
All right, I say it doesn't run this. It can't. It
No,
can't,
you
it
can't
can't come out in
it can't come
2020.
out today.
I need to
Okay.
rewatch
Nope.
it just based on that memory that I didn't recall.
Yeah.
It sounds
It's
like
a
they would
beautiful
never-
movie. It's unfortunate to me because it's just a gorgeous film.
But we're gonna keep going with these movies and shows. But at what point does a director, does a Steven Spielberg? Now he doesn't write controversial things, but a director or anybody go, what the fuck can I write about?
You know
what
what you
can
can write
I
about?
produce?
Oh, that won't offend anybody or that won't.
Right, like
Yeah.
literally when you're sitting in there spending the multi-billions of dollars to make these things, what happens now when the silver screen turns into this big giant, oh my God, he used the N-word. Well,
Yeah.
it was Dave Chappelle that used the word. What the fuck?
Yeah.
I don't get that. Like, and how hard is it going to be for Hollywood or the entertainment industry to move forward and say, is everybody offended about fucking everything?
Yeah, it's kind of like if, well, I don't want to ruin the list, but keep going.
Oh, the cock.
About a certain person that wrote a movie
Uh-huh.
that I don't think most people know wrote the movie that Shu talked about on one of our past episodes, but keep going.
Well, I don't even know what you're talking about.
What
there.
the fuck
You gotta-
was that?
Blazing Saddles. Richard
oh,
Pryor
so-
wrote
yeah, no,
Blazing
that's-
Saddles.
You haven't mentioned Blazing Saddles.
That's on the list here. Hold on a second.
That's what I didn't want to. I didn't want to spoil it if it was on the list.
You didn't want to yell
Manhattan.
Blazing Saddles on the White Beach.
Let me get a whoops. On the subject of Manhattan, you could also throw Lolita in there.
Right.
Right.
Right,
Even
but
though
see,
it's
that's
on a book.
but that's
It's still
it's not it's like Manhattan. It's like a casual thing. Like everybody's accepting of it. Well, in Lolita, it was wrong the whole way through the film. You know what I mean? It was just wrong. Let's talk about one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. The first R-rated movie I ever saw in my life, Blazing Saddles. Mel Brooks, one of the greatest. You could say this maybe about a lot of his movies. Can that come out today? Even though a lot of it, I believe, was written by Richard Pryor.
Yeah, I think Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor wrote a lot of the jokes in it, and
that movie's
and
great.
wasn't Richard Pryor supposed to play the sheriff too?
I could see that happening.
Yeah, perhaps.
But for some reason he couldn't.
I think this could come out today because of the way that it was done and the people that were in it.
That's true.
And the people that were involved in it. It's not like it was just a whole bunch of white dudes doing it. It was a mixed culture of people doing it.
Right. It was the context. Yeah.
Which is sad because is that what you have to do to make something pass these days?
No, I guess.
But even
with got away with it for a long time with his show.
Chappelle's
very
good.
Similar to like Blazing Saddles, the humor in there.
Yeah, it was still portraying racism, but it portrayed it in a comedic way that it got turned around on the people who were racist in the film because it was a good show.
Right.
But even like today, I don't know that people are paying attention to the context of the joke, though. They're just listening to the buzzwords, and they're like, well, that's racist, so you die.
That's because of fucking social media. Nobody reads the article. They just see the subject line and go, hate, or like. It's insane.
Yeah.
Nobody actually reads or spends time with content. They judge on you're judging on the appearance of what you see.
Yeah, so like when they see Mel Brooks taking Harvey Korman away saying, can't you see that man's a knee?
A knee?
A knee?
A knee?
All right. Well,
what else is on that list?
Animal House.
Absolutely could come out. Absolutely could come out.
You think so?
That is the old version of Superbad, I think.
I don't think there's anything in there. That's just fraternity life. That's not taking a beating. It's not. I think that one could sneak through.
It is offensive to zits, but I think it could still come out.
Right.
Your thoughts?
Yeah. What do you think in this movie in particular? Although there is the dean's daughter,
yes,
who is 14
ends
or
up
16,
being 14,
ends up being in the shopping
impregnated
cart
by a college freshman.
I want these punks out of fever.
Yeah.
What a fucking great actor.
Or anything, from the scene where they go to the bar to see Otis Day and the Knights.
Where the white women at?
No, that's Blazing Saddles.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Right.
Can we
We
dance
already I think we canceled that one. No, we kept that one. We didn't cancel. We kept that one.
No, Animal House is you mind if we dance with yo dates? That one. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't see why that couldn't come out.
You're right. Josh is right because a lot of Judd Apatow stuff totally takes from, I believe, from Animal House.
And it is offensive to guitar players that want to play the guitar on a set of stairs.
Right, folk singers, the handsome guys with the mustaches who like to break out in song in the middle of a party.
Right. Maybe a campfire at the beach.
Yeah.
The professor who smokes weed and is also sleeping with one of his students.
Right.
And then, if you've ever seen the movie Sorority Boys, which is... Have you?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Can't see that one.
It's about these really man whore guys who have a frat, and they objectify women and stuff, and they get kicked out of school. They disguise themselves as women to get into the sorority that's full of ugly girls, as they call it. So that, yeah, exactly. But it has a bunch of the people. It's a nod to Animal House because they have a bunch of the Animal House cast members in it.
Oh my God!
Do they?
Yeah, and that movie, definitely, if you wouldn't watch that, you'd be like, oh, they could never make this movie now.
When did that come out?
It's only like maybe 10, 15 years old. Harlan Williams.
It's called Sorority Boys?
Sorority Boys.
Oh, my God.
It sounds like they told some of the story from Revenge of the Nerds.
Kind of.
Do you guys have hard copies of all the movies on the list?
Yeah, between the two of us.
It's just a list I made up.
Oh! I thought
we've been holding them up.
Yeah, I own these.
We've been holding these up.
Yeah.
No, I know, but I thought you
DVDs,
had a list,
I know
and
your
then you're like,
millennial mind doesn't know because
he doesn't know what a DVD is. If you even said
they look like
VHS, he'd
CDs.
stroke out.
You'd probably take it and try to put it into a CD player.
Well, are they
is
longer
that an 8-track?
Yeah,
How
right.
do you play an 8-track?
Wow.
Because if it's longer than 5 minutes, I can't.
How do I
Rewind,
download
rewind?
this?
Is that a VCR? I don't know.
Well, come on,
What
Blockbuster
do
was
you
the
guys think
thing.
about this one?
Meatballs.
Is there anything offensive in Meatballs besides the wardrobe? Anything?
It's been so long since I've seen that one. I can't.
I don't even
I
fucking
saw it so
remember
many
that
times
movie.
back in the day, though.
I don't even know that movie. I have no idea.
All of these movies with the teenagers in it was all about losing your virginity, though.
Yeah, it was always about doing it for the first time.
Right,
Or
so-
getting
And nobody
drunk
should do it before
You know.
marriage. So it is
Right.
offensive.
So I don't
Wait,
think any of
what?
those movies will
All
come
right,
out now.
Yeah. Well, what about this one? This was kind of about that. 16 Candles with America's Sweetheart in the 80s, Molly Ringwald.
Yeah, that's like fucking that's like a breakfast. That's like a spin-off of the Breakfast Club kind of sort of time frame, right? That St. Elmo's
Same director.
Fire.
Yep.
Same
Some
thing.
people
Same
brought
time
up
frame.
some people bring up the issue of Jake Ryan letting Anthony Michael Hall take his girlfriend out in a car,
Yeah.
and then he
Getting her
has
hammered.
he has his way with her while
Yeah.
she's drunk, and they wake up in the morning, finding out they did it and stuff like that.
Listen, think about all the things we're talking about. Aside from like unless you're harming somebody, it's life. Shit happens. Things aren't always fucking perfect. If someone took somebody out that was a couple of years younger and like got fucking hammered, okay. But now if you're going to depict rape or straight up fucking just discrimination, that's one thing. All these things we're talking about, it's like you can't not. I don't know. I think if we put it out, somebody would bitch about it, though. That's the problem. Somebody wouldn't understand because they've been raised like a fucking little bitch. That I can't talk about what it's like to be a teenager going into college. Racist cock. Fuck.
We're just gonna step in here.
Tell me I'm fucking wrong, though. It's annoying. I don't know.
I think you nailed what John Hughes was trying to tell America. I think
Thank you, dear John Hughes.
Honestly, the first thing that popped into my head was, would they be able to do a character named Long Duck Dong
Yeah.
and play a gong every time he walks on
such
screen?
a great fucking character.
That's the only thing I would question at that point.
Oh, he mows the lawn and does the
Oh.
laundry. You betcha.
You betcha. Well, we're all trying to help him assimilate.
Well, he's wearing cranberry double knits and white shoes. No, he's not retarded.
Yes, that too.
You say that these days and the world implodes.
Oh yeah, and that movie better be on here that I'm thinking of that has that word a bunch.
What?
Tropic Thunder.
The word
Oh,
retarded.
Tropic Thunder.
Oh, retarded.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Yeah. Well, the big controversy there was Robert Downey Jr. in blackface.
Blackface.
And
yeah.
don't go full retard.
That's right. You never
Yeah.
go full retard.
Who said that? Charlie Sheen?
No, that was like
That's Platoon.
Oh, sorry. Wrong movie.
it's easy to confuse them, Isaiah.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
He was
'Cause one
talking
is
to Willem
hilarious
Dafoe.
and the other one is even more hilarious. So I can see how you could confuse
Oh,
it.
God.
I
Oh,
know,
Platoon.
like
That's
in the
hysterical.
movie Naked Gun, where they're laughing hysterically and it zooms up and it says Platoon.
I'm going to bring up one more movie only because I'm begging Kevin Barbary to do his impression of this guy, and it's Raising Arizona, one
Never
of
heard
Nicolas
of it.
Cage's finest.
You've never heard of Raising Arizona?
You never
No.
oh, you didn't see this, Josh.
Josh.
Even you would love this, Josh.
Hilarious.
He's 12. He's
Oh, my
12.
God.
Now, which guy did you want the impression of? Though?
I know you could do. I was thinking Nick Cage.
Yeah, we went to adopt a little kid. It was a Korean boy with his heart bone on
Oh,
the
no,
outside of his body.
That's Glenn.
We couldn't have a baby because something wrong with my semen. So we went out to adopt a child and looked at some. I'll take this pack of Huggies and then
And cash you got in the register. Yeah.
Right. You go back in there and you get me that baby. Hi, I want to have that baby.
I love it. Like, you're okay. I'm okay. Nathan Jr.'s okay.
That there's how it is. Yeah,
Josh, it's a movie you
It's
have
true.
to watch.
Last time I saw him, he's wearing.
I definitely will.
He's got them Yodas on him and shit. I don't know.
I don't know. They had Yodas and shit on him and damn jammies. I don't know.
Gosh, you gotta. I'll lend you. Oh wait, do you have a Blu-ray or a DVD player?
Oh, God, no.
I don't have a TV right now, but
That's true.
the
Ooh. Was that a
Shoot,
video
what-
fart?
That was the racist talk.
what
fart.
was that movie? What was
That
that
stinks.
movie?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What?
Boom.
What?
I
Just
fucking
where
love
Nick
it.
Cage-
It's not like he's falling down the stairs. What's the
What?
name of
You know what he is?
Damn
He's like a space age Mel Tillis.
He just had a Zoom stroke.
That's assumed stroke.
Well, this is how Shu feels all the time. I get why he's so angry.
I hate Zoom so much.
I never have a signal on the beach in Maine. I don't know why you're walking around on the beach.
Because this is where nobody is right now.
Oh, you one of those people? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. It's a whole thing.
That's why the guy
I'm in a house with in-laws. I can't say stuff.
All right.
He's going to edit that out. He'll edit that out. Trust me.
No, I won't.
I got
Really?
two things I want to ask Kevin
Watch
here.
Tommy Vex.
Go,
The
Kevin.
first one is, it was like a month ago, I think. Kevin sends me this text out of the blue going, hey,
Are you
I
wearing
just
pants?
got Geddy Lee's keyboard. Now, Geddy Lee is the bass
Wait,
player,
what?
keyboard player from Rush.
Mhm.
And I was just like, all right, this has got to be some kind of joke. He's going to send like a picture or a meme or something like
Of
that.
his dick.
And I was like, really? He's like, yeah, I found it. You found it in some like used place. And the guy said it was the guy from Rush's keyboard. And the guy obviously didn't know who it was. And
No
you ended up
way.
buying it. So this is actually Geddy Lee's keyboard.
Yeah. So what happened was I have like a keyboard obsession. I have like a big synth collection. I think I'm up to like 20 now. And
Really?
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, he's like the
We got to
Mark
bring back the
Wahlberg
fucking
lister.
Yamaha, baby.
Well, that's what I ended up with, one of Geddy Lee's. So what happened was I was in this antique store when I was wasting time trying to get somewhere else. And I'm getting ready to walk out. And I said, hey, what's that on the floor? He was like, oh, you wouldn't be interested in that. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, it's a synthesizer. And I'm like,
Talk to me.
And he said, yeah, some guy who was a collector was out of work during all this quarantine. He had to get rid of some stuff. And he sold me this thing. He said it belonged to Geddy Lee. And I'm like, wait, what? And he's
Excuse
like,
me?
yeah. So I'm like, can I look at it? He's like, sure.
Mike passed out just hearing those words uttered.
Oh,
Mike, get the cock, get the cock, get the cock.
Sounds like a weird episode of Pawn Stars.
Oh, God.
oh my
Mike,
God.
you guys have known each other for so long. Just hearing those words in your orbit made him pass out.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I opened up the case and it's this like mint condition, well, as mint as it could be, from like 1982. It's a Yamaha DX7. It had the manual still with it with his notes written in it.
Oh God.
Get the
And,
fuck out of here.
It was something that he took on tour with him, I guess, from like, I think it was 82 to 85. I looked it up. I found a picture
That's,
of him with it.
That's signals through, I believe, Hold Your Fire.
It says it's the keyboard that he used on Subdivisions.
Mike's going to pass out. Careful, careful.
The song that has the word money in it.
Oh, Big Money from
Big
Power
Money.
Windows.
And there was
Did the
a-
keyboard also say Geddy Lee's keyboard on it?
Well,
Yeah, and one of those cheap label printer things.
This was mine.
This is
So-
mine. Nobody take my keyboard.
the story behind it was this is one that he had in his collection and then that he took on tour with him. But then once he was able to buy emulators so he could run
Right.
those sounds through
Oh.
a smaller system, he
Shit.
had all this stuff he didn't have to take on tour anymore because they're freaking heavy. The case for this thing alone cost more than I paid for the whole thing because he's like, I'll never get rid of this. I'll take this much for it. So it's, yeah.
Did you get it?
I did get it.
He's not letting me near it though. I keep asking
Oh,
him to go over there.
Dude, get the
He
He
wheels of the
doesn't
cock out.
want it
You're just gonna rub your
sticky,
dick on it, you know.
I was going to
and
say,
that's
you'll
probably-
fucking snap your man load all over that thing.
right?
Yeah, I have kids. I don't need that happening in my house.
Yeah, the keys are going to start sticking together. It's
Yeah.
weird.
Because
Absolutely.
it's so old though, it weighs a ton, and the case weighs
It's a
ton.
fucking beast. How big is it?
It's not that big per se. It's just heavy. They don't make them heavy like that anymore. So it's
Just like old TVs. They used to be
Right.
small, but they were
Yeah,
fucking
right.
12 feet deep.
Right. So it's something I might turn around and sell for more money if.
Dude, that's pretty fucking cool, though.
It works. I hook it up,
Look,
everything
look
works.
at Shu's eyes.
I'll
For
give you
more
a raise
money,
on
or what are you doing?
Oh God, Geddy's.
What can I do to get? You have to at least show Mike.
Oh yeah, I was actually going to bring it with me today, but it's
I would have passed out.
it's
set
too
up in
heavy.
the garage right now. I
Yeah.
have it set up like I was.
So have you
testing
played
out.
Does it sound okay?
Oh, it sounds great. It's and the Yamaha.
Can I come over?
Sure, right?
This keyboard in particular is used on so many songs in the 80s.
my God.
In particular, the bass that's on it is has so many familiar sounds you would recognize from like Janet Jackson and Aha and not just Rush, but all over the
Van Halen?
Yeah.
Van Halen probably used it at some point.
Right.
Yeah, I need to look up a list of all the songs this particular keyboard was used on because it was like
Josh, they didn't use it with the Goo Goo Dolls. You're good.
Oh, shut up. Van Halen used it, so that means Gary Cherone used it?
Oh my God. We're done. Just
favorite
stop.
version of Van Halen is the Gary
Sharon.
Yeah.
It's also my favorite Jesus Christ Superstar.
Oh, some people can make a case for that, I guess.
Oh, whatever.
And when you let me over there, I promise I'll wear a full-on hazmat suit. You can have, private security in the room.
Kevin needs to wear the fucking hazmat suit, not you.
Well, when I was doing the research on it after I got it, I had a whole new appreciation of Geddy's talent, like seeing the articles on him and all of his equipment and the stuff that he used over the years and how he's able to like multitask several things at once because I've never seen him live.
Wow.
So you can play that with your foot. I don't even want to hear about it.
Right.
How many times did you see Rush, Mike?
Let's see. Every tour.
Not enough.
I know, not enough. Every tour, at least once from Signals to the very last tour. So that's 82 or 3. That's almost 30 years of Rush. There was a long lull in between when Neil's wife and Doug passed away.
Right.
God, that had to be 20 something times.
That's awesome.
Maybe more.
That's a lot of time. Also, I gotta say, I don't know how many people heard this, but I felt lucky enough to be in the room. I mean, it was a dark day, but when Shu found out that Neil Peart died, and then Shu, the tribute you played for Neil Peart, and just like the way you handled it.
It's Peart.
Oh, okay.
Who said
Millennial.
somebody did say Peart.
No, that's from I Love You Man with Jason Segel and Paul Rudd. Who's Neil Peart?
It's Peart.
It's Peart. There's no Dirk
But
and
just,
Buck.
I just like
the tribute.
that was amazing to watch. Like the way that, especially our boss Joe Calgaro came in and was like, "Shu, this is your station now."
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Radio would be in a much better place these days if more days like that happened and there wasn't so much overthinking of if I know as a program director that Kevin is a big fan of XYZ, let Kevin do Kevin. Okay. Let Mike do Mike. Let Josh do Josh. I'm not saying go completely off the rails, but like in any job, hire the people that you trust. That day sounded, I wasn't in the studio, but I listened to it, dude. You fucking crushed it.
That's one of the only times I think I ever cried on the air, like for real.
I can see why.
And you know what? A lot of that's. I agree.
You cried the night we shut AAF off too.
I got a little bit too. That's
twice in 1 month. Whatever.
I cried the night they killed Dimebag Darrell but Josh was a big help on that day. So it sounded good.
Go get the CDs in the basement, kid. Let's go. Because
Josh was there to do a lot of stuff and get a lot of audio and stuff like that. But yeah, you're right, Isaiah. When I'm not going to mention any names, but previous bosses we have had coming into the studio and saying the radio station's yours.
That's awesome.
Do whatever you want.
That's fucking rare.
I can't even imagine that at any job.
And it's been like previous. I know that once radio became more about the money that they were making from advertisers as opposed to what the audience wanted. That's when it changed a lot, where you were saying, Isaiah, where people could just come in and be themselves. Because, when I was on the air with Shu and Greg and LB and that whole show, it was like everybody was a completely different person. Right. But we were all in the same room together, and we found a way to like maneuver through the show around Greg and do our own thing.
No, that's very true. Greg dictated.
No, everybody had their own role on the show. And then trust me, from a listener standpoint, and I spent years in radio, but understanding that someone's going to like Kevin, someone's going to hate Kevin, someone's going to like Shu, someone's going to not like Shu, someone's going to like Spaz, like LB, like Greg. That's fine. Like Danielle or don't like Danielle. Who gives a fuck? Because it kept you coming back and listening to what you were really saying. And I think, Josh was onto this years ago with podcasts. It doesn't seem to radio people like it makes sense. It makes so much sense because we can sit here and just fucking be real and not worry about, like you say, advertisers are very important. I get it, but don't cater to that. Bring the people in like the Chris from Garage Doors Plus. from the people that sponsor this show, they're blue collar workers. They get the fucking dumb shit we're saying, and they're willing to spend money to hear their names while we're talking about, in this case, just four guys yapping about nothing.
And to make it clear, I need to correct him. Nobody hated Shu and I. That's right.
No, people.
Sorry.
Dude, I was gonna say the same thing.
Sorry.
Somebody hates Shu. Somebody likes Shu. Somebody likes Tony. No.
We got so laid. It was unbelievable.
Right? Hashtag.
Mike, you got laid once and you married her and you were fucking smart.
Wait, what? Wait, are you talking to me?
I said, Mike, you got laid once. It was your wife and you were fucking smart to keep her.
That's true. That was the one time I had sex and we had a beautiful daughter. Yeah.
Josh, what did you say? I missed your comment with the hashtag there.
I said hashtag bring back Barbary.
Oh. Right? Yeah.
Well, wait, where do we bring you back to? K-Love? Probably not.
Can you do Christian Mantown? Is that possible?
Well, that'd be yeah.
Let's get a couple of more sponsors and you can just be the fucking fourth on this show. Let's go.
Also, Kevin Barbary does a spot on imitation of Jesus. So Christian Radio, look out.
I'm bringing him back.
Can you how's your Donald Trump imitation?
Donald Trump, let me tell you, I have the best Donald Trump imitation. Many people are talking about our Donald Trump imitation. We're doing unbelievable things with it. You're going to see. Just next question. Excuse me.
Everybody knows it.
Everybody knows it. Everybody's talking about it. It's the best one I've ever heard.
Mr. President, can I ask a question? COVID-19, where did it come from, sir?
Someone ate something with a bat in it somewhere in another part of the world, one of the, shady countries, and then hopped into a box and got in here illegally and then had sex with a prostitute or something, and that's how COVID started. Next question.
Another question, sir. Back here from the liberal media. What are your thoughts about the 2020 election? Are you gonna beat on Joe Biden? Are you gonna go back for a second term, sir?
I don't think it's appropriate to say beat on and Biden in the same sense, because we know that he likes to rub up against young ladies. And excuse me. Oh, Governor Baker wants to come in. He's got his daily breakdown of what's happening.
Thank you, Mr. President. So, starting next week in Massachusetts, we'll begin phase 7, which will be.
Oh my God!
We have the company Filines is providing face masks. Fashioned out of old lampshades so that people can continue to enjoy a somewhat normal daily life while staying socially distanced from each other. Beaches will be open from 1 p.m. in the afternoon to 1:15. You must make reservations 3 weeks in advance. And you have a 90-minute window in that half an hour to spend time on the beach with one more members of your family, as long as you wear a face mask and don't get out of your car.
Wow.
I was wondering.
I've not heard of Charlie Baker yet.
I was wondering though, Kevin, what Morgan Freeman feels about COVID-19.
Well, I've never been one to stand very close to people to begin with, because every time I do, it appears that
See, Josh is like,
Josh, are you smoking the wacky tobacco for your eyes?
Stand frame.
I remember that time I saw Josh walking down the beach, and he approached a stranger during a virus and said, "Can I talk to you up close?"
On the radio.
On the radio, and the man said, "Go fuck yourself." While cleaning up the pigeons. We're in Wells.
We should have just had you do the whole show as Morgan Freeman. That'd be fun.
Right?
Let's talk about movies we can't make anymore. Blazing Saddles.
The electric company.
Now, if I'm doing an impression of Morgan Freeman and he says the N-word, do I get in trouble? Or does...
Here's the thing. I say you try it. I'm watching.
Okay, I'm just going to step out of the picture.
Yeah, me too.
Wait,
We're just
where
gonna
you
roll
going?
the dice. How about if Miley Cyrus says it?
Exactly. Just leave the cock on the screen. Hold on. Everybody dip off screen. Everybody dip off screen except for the cock. Go.
If racist cock says as Morgan Freeman, how many levels of trouble will you get into?
Well, actually, I can answer that. Racist cock. We're opening phase 3 of being able to say racially charged comments next week. If you go anywhere near Charter Communications or any of the companies that have BET, you will be arrested. Fined $500 if you say the letter N.
We just got to take that Charlie Baker imitation and put up a picture of Truman's best friend from the Truman Show.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah.
Right, and it looks exactly like Charlie Baker.
Yep. And that's really it.
This has
That's
been
fucking
awesome.
money right there.
This has been awesome, Kev.
Right.
Two things I want to check in with you before you go.
Yes.
I hear you took over the Rock and Shock Horror Festival. Is that correct?
That is correct. The convention that I started in Worcester in 2004 with a couple of other people was going into its 17th year, I believe.
Jeez, really?
But the company that was funding the money no longer wanted to do it. This was before the whole virus, the pandemic started. So I took it over with.
Is there a virus?
Yeah, I took it over with a person in the music industry, and we're going to be doing it. We did already have the dates reserved for October. We're going to make it bigger and better, but because of everything going on, we don't even know if the DC Houston can have events.
Right, or anywhere really.
Right, but in addition to that, we have a vinyl convention in the works, and oddities and antiques.
Is the Getty Lee keyboard going to be there?
It actually could be.
Oh my God.
Do it.
Show convention, a pop culture thing. All these things are going to be, lined up.
Now, when you say sideshow, do you mean like pinheads and bearded ladies and things
Correct.
like that? Can you even get away with that these days?
I guess.
Wait. Can you say the word midget?
You just did.
Yeah.
Only if you're talking about the hockey level.
True.
True. Right.
That was weird. On our end. Josh's mouth didn't even move.
Yeah. Look, he's in
he's
slow
like,
motion.
You're in slow
now.
motion.
Look at that.
No. Oh God.
Midget.
I love Zoom.
I came to Wells, not Worcester.
Oh my.
Oh wow.
Well, I noticed the signal's fine here in Worcester.
Yeah, it seems to be all right.
All that money is
It's
doing
flawless.
right now.
Also, I noticed you brought what I like to call a tome with you, and I don't know if you guys remember the psychic. Did he call himself a psychic?
Yes, he was a famous Hollywood psychic who I guess became popular because of the director Ed Wood. His name is Criswell. I don't know if you've ever heard of him.
He was a real person.
This is him. Bill Murray played him in the movie Ed Wood. This is a book that came out in 1968 called Criswell Predicts.
Nice.
And it predicts everything up to the year 1980 or 2000? I think it's the year 2000. But some of his predictions that came true on the Tonight Show, he said in 1965 that the next governor of California would be Ronald Reagan.
Happened.
In 1963, he said on Jack Parr's show that President Kennedy would not be reelected in 1964 because of something that happens to him in November of 63.
Now, why didn't they investigate him?
He
Seriously, why
fucking
didn't they
knew. He
investigate
was on the
him?
grassy knoll.
Seriously.
My God. They call this deep state now.
Oh yeah,
Right.
Now I would like to say, it says right here on the front, from now to the year 2000. I missed
No
that.
shit.
I would like to say that there's some.
Your glasses
credibility
didn't help
there.
you see that?
No, it didn't. I was looking at the wrong part of the book. But there are some interesting things in here. He has one section that's broke down state by state. Should I do his prediction for Maine or Massachusetts? Because Josh is in Maine.
Well, let's do Maine first. Josh is in vacation land right now.
Okay.
Right.
And he has a very flamboyant voice. So I'm just going to do his voice. I predict that from the state of Maine will come the President of the United States, who will take office in 1984. By then, the liberalism that has run rampant through the United States for so many years will have come full cycle, and this ultra-conservative will plant the conservative philosophy into the U.S. through the federal controls that have been developed, thus giving our nation what is neither liberal nor conservative, but totally federal.
Was that Ronald Reagan? again? Or was he talking about George W.
19
And his name was Bush.
That was
84
Reagan.
Reagan, I think.
Yeah, Bush came.
Oh,
in
it was Reagan. Yeah. That was after that.
Jesus.
Now I can picture him saying all that with that Johnny Carson hat on, blowing the envelope.
Right?
Oh, who was that?
Karnak.
Karnak.
Yes. San Diego.
Oh, actually, hold on 1 second, really quick. Mr. Carson, your thoughts on Donald Trump as our president?
Oh my God.
Well, it's the first time I've seen a piece of citrus behind a podium.
My elbow.
Yes. Coming up next, David Brenner. Massachusetts. I predict, this is a good one, actually. I predict that Massachusetts will be known as the most tragic state in the Union due to the great area of Atlantic Ocean coast, which will be the scene of many tidal waves and undersea disturbances. There will be millions of new acres in northeastern part of America which will rise out of the sea, but not without great damage to the present states. I predict Massachusetts will continue to lose a great deal of manufacturing plants to Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi due to the increasingly bad winters they will have.
Oh my God.
Replace that with China, and he's right.
Whoa.
It's in Alabama and Mississippi. It's China. Yeah, he's absolutely right, Josh. Holy shit, Criswell. I thought he was joking.
In 1969, he predicted that England would legalize homosexual marriages.
Wrong.
That was wrong. They were chemically castrating homosexual men.
Yeah, he meant New England.
Right.
In 1975, he said we would pass a federal sales tax.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
What year that happened. And this one also, Lake Michigan in 1978 to be drained for much needed land.
Much needed land. We still don't want to touch South Dakota though.
Right. Yeah. Well, this is.
I think to wrap up the show, Mr. Trump, what are your thoughts on Breaking the Ice, this podcast?
I've heard many great things about it. I've heard that podcasts are the new thing. I know that we're doing many great things with podcasts in the White House. You know, you may not know about it, but believe me, many people are saying that it's a fabulous thing. And when it comes to breaking the ice, I think Racist Cox said it best when he said,
and Morgan Freeman with the sponsors for Garage Doors Plus.
Oh yes, if you could roll through our sponsors, Mr. Freeman.
Oh yeah, Garage Doors Plus.
Okay. Yeah, got that. Garage Doors Plus. Yeah, and Invoke
Media.
Invoke Media.
All right, I'll do that at the end.
We'll go Invoke Media Group, Wolfpack Coffee, Garage Doors Plus, and our friends at Boston Exterior Remodeling.
There you go. You finally got it. 2 months in.
Guessing, Isaiah, this is all being edited out, but I'm guessing you go around and get all the sponsors. You're like the sales.
Josh got all those.
No, Josh did it all.
Yeah, that's why he's in Maine and we're still here.
Right. Josh, this is Josh's show. Mike and I just live on this thing.
Right.
I'm busy running my own business, and Mike is
Also, I don't pay for this too, so don't get it twisted.
Right. So.
Oh no, those sponsors are paying.
What are they paying for?
Yeah, right. They paid for the chicken.
How dare you?
I'm joking.
What's good is Nicole crushes our website. She's awesome. She does website development, so she built our site. Matt used to work with us at Entercom, and he still does. And he's a veteran, and he does coffee. And fuck, we need coffee, so he gives us that. And the other two, stupidly, give us money. And we've told them, we've been like, "What the fuck do you give us money for?" And they're like, "I don't know. Your shit's funny." I'm like, "Have you watched one of these?" What?
You know, if they had a garage and not just a door, you could do the show from the garage.
Right.
Well,
right. But
I told Mike his garage is a fucking shit mess in Worcester. Go out and look at it before you leave.
Yeah.
Right.
Chris needs to come fix that, but he wants he does it right. He wants a Geddy Lee.
Right. I want it to look like a Rush concert.
Right.
To house his keyboard that he's going to buy from Kevin.
Yeah, we have.
How much would you charge for that keyboard?
There. We have a keyboard. Yes. What's that?
How much would you charge for the keyboard?
Well, I don't know.
1,000?
Nah, you could have a live band at this point. Yeah, in the garage.
We might have to buy that. We might collectively have to come together and buy that for Mike for his birthday.
Mm-hmm. Breaking the Ice brought to you by Geddy Lee's former Yamaha keyboard. Yamaha, not just motorcycle.
See, this is how radio should be. It used to be. We can figure out, let's get a fucking sponsor that makes sense for the show. No way. Let's get people on the radio or the thing that just say what they want. They have a
and it's gonna make a lot of sense real quick, because me and my wife are shopping for houses right now on Zillow, and a lot of the houses we can afford need new garage doors and a new exterior. So,
see what I mean?
That's how you keep the sponsors.
That's how Josh hustles and gets the sponsors. He's buying a new house. He's getting an indoor pool, tennis court, the whole deal. Yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah. So brought to you by Indoors.
Indoors
Plus,
right?
Indoor pools too.
Wow.
And
brought to you by Home Depot. If you guys want to get involved, Josh has some shit he needs built.
That's right. I have some places that actually would love to have the podcast done live there every once in a while.
Oh, we would love to go out live. Yeah.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
So
we'll do it anywhere.
Or just record. You don't even have to do it live. Just record it, but broadcast that you're going to, promote that you're going to be there.
Absolutely.
Brings the people in.
That'd be fucking great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Are you out there? Are you out there by Mike? Are you out in Worcester?
I am out in Worcester.
Yep.
Hello, boys. You live out there in Worcester?
It is weird doing a live podcast when you're like, come on down. We're down here at this bar.
There's no come on down.
Next Tuesday,
well, that's
when you guys hear this.
You could put a sign up saying we'll be recording a podcast here on this date.
Fill the room.
Or if you do it once a month, that kind of thing.
Right.
Maybe where you do your trivia when this fucking disease is little
with our new cast member, Kevin Barbary, or as Mike Kamen would say, Kevin Barber.
Yes.
Are you interested in being part of the show? Let's go. Josh can get another sponsor.
For a living during all this when you couldn't take cans to Redemption.
I don't know. That's true. That was his main source of income. I got a weird message from him. I reposted and since taken it down, a picture of me and Ron Jeremy.
Oh God.
And so I post the picture of Ron Jeremy. Minutes after I do that, I get a message on my Facebook page. I need to get in touch with Ron Jeremy fast.
Why? Was he trying to help Ron Jeremy save that tree?
Wasn't
Ron Jeremy trying to save a tree or something?
It's like, why does anyone have to get in touch with Ron Jeremy fast? Well, I know now. Maybe
because they have something.
Right.
But we have one more co-host, Kevin. Because see that shirt that Josh has on? It's the Breaking the Ice shirt.
Yeah.
I'm connected to
you
it.
Can't
Hold
do
on. Let me unplug.
You can't.
It's
hold on.
I adopted 4 cats. I adopted 4 rescue cats. It says Cheddar on the surfboard.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
There he is.
Right there, right on Zoom. That's Isaiah.
That's fucking Cheddar.
Yeah.
So what's the sponsor?
Just these sponsors.
Okay.
All right.
No.
Shut down.
Oh, go.
All right.
Oh,
You
here we go.
ready? Let's list the sponsors right now before we sign off. The folks that support us.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman.
Breaking the Ice was brought to you by Garage Doors Plus, Invoke Media Group, Wolfpack Coffee, and Boston
Exterior.
Boston, don't ever fucking correct.
How dare you?
The last thing I need is a white man correcting a white man.
He's not white. He's Asian.
White man? That's racist. Look at me.
Put up the cock. Put up the cock.
An orange man.
Does he look white?
Okay, we'll do it again.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Garage Door. Breaking the Ice brought to you by Garage Doors Plus, Invoke Media Group, Wolfpack Coffee, and Boston Exterior.
Sucks. Guy can't fucking read to save his life.
Boston Exterior Remodeling. Well,
Here we go. One more time. And ladies and gentlemen.
Might your chicken scratch.
I'm sorry.
That says exterior.
That's how I write. I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go. One more time. And to wrap up the show, our good friend Morgan Freeman wants to thank our sponsors.
What, are we doing this again? We should just keep that first one.
Oh, we're gonna
we're keeping
play
all of them.
Play them all.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Our friend Morgan Freeman. Thank you, Mr.
Right.
Freeman. Go.
Yes. Hello, this is Morgan Freeman, and I always get it right on the first take. Breaking the Ice is brought to you by Garage Doors Plus, Invoke Media Group, Wolfpack Coffee, and Boston Exterior Remodeling.
Boom!
Thank you, Mr. Freeman.
We're gonna use the first take.
All right.
Wait. Wait, we have to have
What?
Donald Trump do the sponsors. He's our
Oh
president. Go.
God, I gotta pee so hard.
Yeah, just one time.
I gotta pee so hard.
All right.
One time.
God.
Sure.
This is President Donald J. Trump. And Breaking the Ice is brought to you by Garage Doors Plus. They're doing many great things. They're going up and down, and everybody's talking about them. They're great people. Invoke Media Group. I love the Invoke family. They're very nice. They do our website. Mr. and Mrs. Invoke, fantastic people. Wolfpack Coffee has nothing to do with hangover. It's just coffee. You drink it. It's decaffeinated or caffeinated, whatever you like. I don't care. Boston Exterior Remodeling. If you got some remodeling you need done on your exteriors, you can have them done. They're fantastic people. From what I hear, they do great work. And that's it.
Yeah!
Yes, thank you. Kevin, thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thanks, guys.
On the show. And before you go, this is just for people who actually watch the podcast instead of listen. I'd like to present to you something we don't give to everybody, really, and it's the Breaking the Ice podcast commemorative plate set. And
these are each one of you on a plate.
yeah, this is each.
Oh,
so
this is great.
I'll put Josh. This is Josh's plate right here.
I didn't know.
Oh,
Josh.
God.
Wow.
Where did you get that?
Now, to be fair, this is Josh when he was in middle school.
Right. Before
Okay.
he cut the mullet.
Yeah, and so that's one.
Still has the
boy.
yellow shirt on.
Yeah, he does.
had on
Yeah,
in the plate.
same yellow shirt. He was just a little
Yep.
smaller,
Josh.
Breaking the Ice merch.
a little longer hair. Here's Isaiah. This is Isaiah's.
Oh yeah.
He's got that hungry look in his eye. He's the man that goes out and gets things done. So I hope you like this one too. I suggest eating nothing but pork on this particular plate.
Yes.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank
good
you.
one.
Available at Caldor.
Right?
And then here's mine. I thought I should dress up for my particular plate. And
My God.
You've had your ears fixed since then.
yeah. Well, that's what my ears look like when I'm wearing a mask, and that's permanent damage. So,
Oh.
that's-
Those are our kids in 40 years, no thanks to fucking COVID.
So there you go, Kevin. Thank you so much for being on the program.
Thank you, brother.
Please enjoy
Thanks,
those
man.
plate. I don't know if I'd eat off of them though. Might be lead paint. I'm not quite sure.
Might be.
In phase 4, we'll be introducing the COVID-19 commemorative mask plates.
Thank you, Mr. Baker. Thank you.
Oh, Kevin Barbary, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for listening to the Breaking the Ice podcast. You can hear every episode, including this one, at breakingtheicepodcast.com. While you're there, check out the merch section. We actually sell clothing with pictures on it. Maybe we'll try to get those plates put on a T-shirt. I don't
Right?
know.
Oh my
Your
God.
fucking
Yeah.
COVID ears are
Collect them
amazing.
all, yeah, and you can also check out the blogs up there and our sponsors and past guests and things like that. So thank you very much. Please subscribe to the podcast. Make sure you rate us, give us a 5-star rating, or we'll come find you and kill you. And we really
I'll
appreciate
spit COVID down your throat, bitch.
We will do this show door to door if you don't go to the website. So.
Door to door.
Am I?
I'm going to Kittery and getting a horse.
Kenny Bunk.
This is fantastic.
No. Get it right. He's gonna go to a Gunquit.
Oh yeah, it's going. I'm going to go to El Junquit, and I'm going to go.
$3 bill right here.
Whoa, easy, Limp Bizkit. Slow down.
Hey, I heard that.
Oh,
All right now,
What?
All right, boys.
Limp Biscuit.
Kevin. Thanks again, guys.
First album. My God.
No,
My God.
no, Isaiah. We're signing off. All right, let's all do the Zoom reach. How do we get off of this thing?
How the fuck
We
do
all
we?
look to the screen, and we all got to go. How do we?
And then
All right, thanks a lot.
What do we had? Fuck is it? Shut off. I don't get it. What the fuck?
And Boston, external.
Exterior.
Boston, don't ever fucking correct. Motherfucker.